How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking the 2022 Ducati Panigale out to Dionysia in Orange County. It is a pretty gloomy day today. A little cold. I don't know exactly where I am going to. I haven't been there in quite some time, but and my navigation doesn't seem to be working, so I think I might have to pull over and see what's going on. Alright guys, we got it. It's actually talking to me now, and I have it turned way up so I won't get lost, hopefully. You guys will probably be able to hear my navigation, but I don't care, because I need to hear it or else I will get lost. So I was going to do a video about the pros and cons of the Ducati. Maybe I'll do that in the next video. Make a little pros and cons video about what I like and don't like about this bike after almost a year of ownership. It'll be a year on New Year's. But I will tell you, there's not much cons with this bike. Only a few. Oh damn, it's raining. Ah, damn it. I didn't want to ride in the rain today. Well, you know what? I'll make a pros and cons video right now. I'll start out with the cons. First con I have come across with this bike is price. It's very expensive, but not only is like the bike itself very expensive, parts and maintenance. Well, maintenance isn't terribly expensive. It's not that much more than other bikes, but parts are super expensive for this bike. You get like exhaust for any other bike, you know, 3-4 grand. This bike is like 6 grand to 10 grand, which is absolutely ridiculous. Another con is the heat. Wow, this road is messed up. The other con is the heat this bike puts off. In the winter, like now, it's perfect. It feels great. But in the summertime, when it gets in Southern California, it'll get up to the 90s, high 90s and whatnot. When it gets that hot, oh my god, if you're not moving, you're dying. It's really hot. But you know what? It is what it is. Now on to, let's see if I can think of anything else I don't like about this bike. Sometimes I want cruise control. That's one thing. Sometimes I do want cruise control. But that's something I could live without. I'm not that, it's not that big of a deal to me. Let's see, like heated grips, those don't matter to me. I don't care about heated grips. Navigation would be nice. That would be nice, because I would love to have turn-by-turn navigation on this bike. So yeah, navigation on this bike would have been a really good thing. Let's go to pros. What are my pros on this bike? Looks. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love the way the Panigale V4 looks. Ducati just has that Italian styling that's just so nice. It rides amazing. The quick shifter and the auto blipper, I mean, it's so smooth. It's one-handed. It's just so smooth. It doesn't make the bike get upset. But yeah, so like I was saying, the quick shifter and the auto blipper are amazing on this bike. I love that. They feel great. The engine, it's got power, you know, it's got low end power, it's got high end power, that's for sure. Revs to 14.5 to 15,000 RPM, and at those RPMs, things start coming up quick. Let's see, other pros. The electronics. The electronics on this bike are hands down some of the best that I've ever felt. The BMW has some great electronics too. I love those. Very, very smooth bikes. The electronics on this bike are very good. The ABS doesn't kick on when it doesn't need to. Let's see what else. The wheelie control, you can see the lights flash, letting you know it's doing something, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it like come in. It's not bothering the bike or upsetting the bike. It's just keeping the bike under control if you're not riding it how you're supposed to. I'm not the tallest person, so I can't flat foot this bike. I'm a little over tippy toeing. I can like stand on like the balls of my feet on both sides. I'm 5'10", so if that tells you anything. 5'10" with like a 31-inch inseam, I believe. So I just 1-foot it, and it's light. The bike feels really light. It's 430 pounds, 437 pounds. I believe that might be wet weight. I'm not 100%. So let's just call it 440 pounds. It doesn't feel like 440 pounds. I'll tell you that right now. The bike feels amazingly stable. Like, it feels so stable when you're going through the gears and, you know, when you're picking up speed. I can feel the aerodynamics on this bike actually working, which I thought was just kind of not a gimmick, but kind of like, oh, cool, that bike has like winglets and whatnot. At a certain speed, you do feel it. The bike kind of just pulls to the ground. It kind of gets like sucked up, and it gets like, you just feel the grip, which is crazy to me. I never thought I'd feel that much grip on the front tire. It's crazy. 215 horsepower is probably about around 190 to the tire, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But it definitely feels like 200 horsepower. I'll give another con. Riding a leader bike within the speed limits is probably the most boring thing that you could do. This bike riding at the posted speed limit and riding it how you're supposed to ride on the streets is boring. Watch. So I'm in second gear at 5,000 RPM and I'm doing 45. I mean, like right now, I'm technically going 5 miles an hour faster than I should be. And that's all you get without, you know, breaking the law. Like, I'll show you guys right now. I'm not gonna go like full out in first gear because streets do look kind of wet, but you can easily go to jail in first gear on this bike. I don't know, guys. It's pretty freaking ridiculous. Let's see other pros. Oh, another con of this bike. I like the way it sounds, but there are certainly way nicer sounding bikes out there. I would say like the R1 sounds amazing. The Aprilia RS-V4 sound great. Now, would I ever buy a bike strictly because of sound? Hell no. You can have the nicest sounding bike in the world and it'd be a piece of crap. No, I'm not saying the RS-V4 or the R1 are pieces of crap. I'm not saying that at all. They are great bikes. I would love to have an R1. I think they sound amazing, and they're fast, you know. They might not be the fastest bike, but you really don't need the fastest bike. I mean, for crying out loud, you could go out and buy an H2, and those bikes are incredibly fast. They weigh a lot, but they are incredibly fast. What's crazy to me is the UK laws. Like in the UK, you have to like progress through different size bikes. Out in America, we're just like, You got your license, here you go, have a turbo Hayabusa. Which is hilarious to me, but you know what? We got that freedom over here. It's so funny. If you look in front of me, there's a car with the big old American flag with the bald eagle. That's what I'm talking about. Well, yeah. Today's been kind of a bum ride. I kind of picked the worst time of the year to try to start motovlogging. Because it's like winter. I mean, we haven't really been getting a ton of rain. So maybe I just picked the wrong day or the wrong week, because it said it's supposed to rain the rest of this week. Pick like the worst week to motovlog. But I have not been consistent, and I know consistency is key. Well, I mean, guys, this video is mostly a test with the ND filter and recording in 24 frames. So 24 frames per second. It's my shutter is at 50 because I don't have 48. And then what is it? My ISO is 100 to 400 with a ND32 once again. And it's just the DJI. It's just the DJI little ND filter pack. I mean, that's not even fun. That's like literally, it wasn't even fast. Like I wasn't even in the throttle and I'm doing, 70 miles an hour or whatever. It's not fun, guys. It's only fun. These bikes are only fun when you're legitimately breaking the law. That's the only time they're fun. Every other time it is, bogging the bike, just lugging the bike around town. It is so unbelievably boring. Yep, it's definitely raining. I definitely got rain on my visor. Oh yeah. You know what? I think mistakes would have been made if I would have rode today all the way out to the beach. Because I'm not exactly wearing protective gear. I'm kind of being a squid today. I got my gloves, I got my helmet, and then I got torn jeans and a hoodie. Note to self, don't do that again. And note to you riders out there, wear your gear. Don't be like me. It is funny though, when you first get your bike, you're all geared out. And the more comfortable you get on the bike, the less gear you wear. And it's so backwards. You should never do that, ever. Do I have rain on my camera? I hope not. I hope the footage looks good. This is like the main test, man. I just hope the footage looks good. And then I need to start riding like to car shows and stuff. There's a couple really cool car shows out by me. What is this person doing? They always have really nice like classic cars. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love myself a sports or a supercar. It was coming right for me, guys. What the hell was that? Ooh, I don't know if I'm recording in the widest view. I hope I am, or else it's gonna look like crap. Alright guys, we are back. I don't need gas because I got gas yesterday. But look at this beautiful machine. It's getting a little warm. It's getting a little toasty. I mean, you can hear my fans. They're cranking. I think they did do a little... What the fuck did I just step on? I think they did do a little bit of a change on this year. I think the fans kick on faster than the previous model, or the previous year. Maybe if it doesn't rain next in a couple days, I will actually take that trip out to Dionyse, whatever. But yep, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one and peace.